It increased to more than double its 2024 budget of 40.406 million to 109.473 million in the 2025 NEP. NEP. Can you give us a breakdown on the expenditures under this 109 million peso capital outlay budget? Doble halos di ba? From 40 naging 109 billion. Ano po ba yung mga ipapatayo? Kasi capital outlay ito di ba? Bakit kailangan ng ganito kalaking pondo ngayon para dito sa NICA?
Pero Mr. Speaker, ayun nga, napakita natin na ang pondo ng NICA ginagamit sa mga masasamang layunin. Tapos, ay nandyan at actually ay nabigyan natin ng fast lane yung sa Office of the President na nangihingi ng confidential and intelligence funds. Kasi kung yun po ang binabanggit ng NICA through the sponsor of its budget, Mr. Speaker, then hindi pa rin po talaga tayo magkakasundo sa ganong pagtingin. Dahil nga meron po talagang mga naagrabyado dito. Sa mga ganong forum po, ang take-away ng mga estudyante, hindi po sila na-enlighten. Sayang yung ilalagay na budget na gagamitin para sa ganitong mga forum kasi hindi po ninyo mapipigilan na makilahok sa mga social issues ang mga kabataan natin, hindi mapipigilan na magsalita sa iba't ibang mga kinakaharap na mga usapin sa ating bansa. With that, Mr. Speaker, I would like to state my position na, again, dahil ginagamit sa red tagging yung budget ng NICA at dahil redundant ang mga secret funds na pinopropose niya, I will not support the proposed 2025 budget of NICA. Yun lang.
The interpellations on the proposed budget of the National Intelligence Coordinating Agency.
There's a motion that we continue consideration of the budget of the National Intelligence Coordinating Agency. Is there any objection? There being none, motion's approved. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, may we acknowledge the presence of the heads and officials of the National Intelligence Coordinating Agency, namely Director General De Leon, Deputy General Villacorta, Deputy Director General Santos, Executive Director Lapos, Executive Director Jesus Auxilio, Assistant Director Sino Cruz, Assistant Director Galila, Assistant Director Gabayan, Assistant Director General Libardo, Assistant Director General Acedillo.
We acknowledge the presence of the National Intelligence Coordinating Agency and its attached agencies headed by Director General Ricardo De Leon. Welcome to the House of Representatives. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move to recognize the Honorable Acharon, Vice Chairperson of the Committee on Appropriations, to answer the questions on the proposed budget of the National Intelligence Coordinating Agency.
Congressman Acharon, you're recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleagues, it is my privilege to sponsor the proposed budget of the National Intelligence Coordinating Agency, or NICA, for fiscal year 2025. As the focal point for the direction, coordination, and integration of government activities involving national intelligence, the role of NICA is crucial in our goal of protecting our national security and interests. As the premier intelligence agency responsible for the preparation of intelligence estimates of current and emerging local and foreign situations for His Excellency, the President of the National Security Council, the proposed budget for 2025 embodies transparency, accountability, and fiscal responsibility. We are confident that our distinguished colleagues will recognize the value of this proposal because this represents, or what this represents, and the tangible benefits it will bring to our constituents, fellow Filipinos, and the nation as a whole. The proposed budget for NICA is 2.19 billion, broken down as by allotment class as follows: 798.87 million for personal services, 1.2 billion for maintenance and other operating expenses, 109.47 million for capital outlay. We humbly seek your full support and approval of this budget, which is necessary to sustain and accelerate the NICA's efforts in fulfilling their mandates Most importantly, to ensure that the country remains prepared to address emerging threats, defend our sovereignty, and protect the well-being of our nation. Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleagues, this presentation is now ready to answer questions of my distinguished colleagues.
Thank you very much, Congressman Chiron, Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move to recognize Representative Brosas of Gabriela Party List to interpolate the sponsor.
Congresswoman Arlene Brosas from Gabriela, you have 30 minutes. You may proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, will the good sponsor yield to some questions, Mr. Speaker?
Gladly, Mr. Speaker, and distinguished interpolator.
Thank you. Mr. Speaker, tama po ba na ang NICA ang head ng National Task Force to End the Local Communist Armed Conflict or NTF-ELCAC Situational Awareness and Knowledge Management Cluster?
Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleagues, NICA acts as the secretariat of that cluster.
Secretariat, Mr. Speaker, bakit meron pang iba nakasama ang NICA dito? Particular on the program of Situational Awareness and Knowledge Management Cluster.
Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleagues, the role of the NICA in NTF-ELCAC is that it is the head, rather, of the NTF-ELCAC's SACAM cluster. It's the Situational Awareness and Knowledge Management Cluster.
Yes, Mr. Speaker. So, siyang head.
Yes, po.
Bilang head ng cluster na ito, magkano yung budget ng NICA in connection with this cluster?
The budget for the NICA in terms of its being the head of the NTF-ELCAC's SAKM cluster is 14.8 million.
14.8 billion?
Million. Yes, Mr. Speaker, distinguished interpolator.
That was the 2024 budget, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, sir. Yes, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, saan at ano yung 14.8 billion, Mr. Speaker, nasaan siya na budget?
It's million, Mr.
Saan siya
Speaker,
under?
distinguished interpolator. 14.8 million.
Yes, Mr. Speaker, saan siya yung ang tinatanong ko kasi yung cluster budget ng NTF-ELCAC dyan. So, sinabi nyo kung magkano 14.8. Ngayon, saan siya under?
Ito po ay napapaloob, Mr. Speaker, distinguished interpolator sa National Intelligence Management Program.
So, sa NIMS siya kinukuha?
Yes, Mr. Speaker, distinguished interpolator.
Yes, Mr. Speaker, sa whole of nation approach under EO70 noong 2018, since kayo ang intelligence arm ng Pilipinas, ano ang ginawa ng NTF-ELCAC during that time?
The NICA is acting as the secretariat of the NTF-ELCAC. Mr. Speaker, distinguished interpolator.
Mr. Speaker, dito sa pondong 14.8, may breakdown ba ito?
To your question of as to the breakdown of the 14.8 million, it is 10 million for travel expenses and 4.8 million for the representation expenses.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, pwede ba tayong sagutin ng good sponsor kung ano yung ginagawa particular ng SAKM cluster? Ano yung particular na ini-implement nila dito sa 14.8? Kung 10 million yung travel expenses, 4.8 yung sinasabi ninyong, ano ito?
Representation expenses po,
What does
Mr. Speaker.
representation means, Mr. Speaker? Meron po bang detalye kaugnay dito? Kasi PAPS yan, di ba? Dapat may activities.
Yes po.
Oo.
Mr. Speaker,
So I was
distinguished
asking
interpolator.
kung ano yung mga activities under that.
Okay. In sum, yung ating pong travel expenses consists of the cluster meetings and cluster meetings in the home office and in the 17 regional offices, to include inter-cluster meetings at the national and regional level.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Doon sa mga cluster meetings, ano pong pinag-uusapan? Is that a red tagging
Well,
Free
Mr. Speaker,
seminar?
distinguished interpolator, wala pong red tagging because red tagging has never been and will never be a practice, agenda of this agency, Mr. Speaker, distinguished interpolator.
So can you give me an example of the awareness education?
Mr. Speaker, distinguished sponsor, interpolator, itong awareness campaigns po ay patungkol po sa mga strategies for concerned government offices, local governments, sectoral organizations, civic organizations, at saka kasama na rin po yung foreign service, host, and Filipino communities abroad, among others.
So merong ginagastosan sa labas din ng bansa sa kasaloob, ganon?
Yes po, that is an information or awareness campaign expense po yan para po sa ating mga kababayan na nasa labas po ng ating bansa.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Tinatanong po natin kasi 4.8 million yung ginagastos dito, tapos 10 million. So 14.8 million ito na ginagastos para sa mga tinatawag ninyong campaigns, awareness, etc. And we are wary of kung paano ito ginagamit, Mr. Speaker, kasi alam naman natin failure to recognize and address the social, political, and economic roots of the armed conflict in the Philippines ay mas lalong magpapalala, no, sa kalagayan ng bansa natin. And kung shallow ang pagtingin at tangential lang ang approach kaugnay dito, Mr. Speaker, pondohan mo, kala mo okay na, etc., ganyan, hindi din yon magsasucceed, Mr. Speaker. Yun lang yung gusto nating sabihin dito. Sayang yung pondo ng 4.8 billion if it is about red tagging, Mr. Speaker, o kung ano-anong mga accusations, di ba?
Mr. Speaker,
Rather, ilagay natin to sa mga kinakailangan nating pondo para sa edukasyon, kalusugan, at lahat ng mga pangangailangan ng ating mamamayan.
Mr. Speaker, distinguished interpolator, ang amount po ay hindi billion, it's only 4.8 million. 4.8 million.
4.8 million.
Hindi po billion.
Yes, 4.8 million. Nevertheless, Mr. Speaker, kasi every peso, di ba?
Yes.
Alam naman natin na kailangan ng mga mamamayan natin ang lahat ng pondo para iahon sila sa kahirapan.
100% agree, Mr. Speaker.
So, Mr. Speaker, you have a budget for the Anti-Terrorism Council, tama ba?
Only the Secretariat, Madam Interpolator.
So, ano-ano ang pinagastosan nyo under this budget, Mr. Speaker?
By the way, the provision of the Secretariat in relation to the Anti-Terrorism Council is 19,771,000, Mr. Speaker.
That was
Distinguished
your
interpolator.
NEP, Mr. Speaker. Tama? That was your NEP. That was your proposal. Nag-increase kasi yung proposal niya from
Yes,
19
yes, Madam Interpolator, Mr. Speaker.
from 19.433 million to 19.771 million. Tama?
Yes po, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, anong pinagagastosan ng 19.433 million, Mr. Speaker?
Ang napapaloob po doon sa sinasabi po nating 19.771,000 budget ay yung pong activities like the attendance to the ATC meetings, the composition and the attendance also to the TWG meetings, including the record keepings and the documentation of the proceeding in the ATC meetings.
Again, Mr. Speaker, parang ang mga narinig ko meetings. Those are
It's
meetings,
attendance to the ATC meetings.
ATC meetings.
Um, this is a monthly meeting, by the way, of the ATC.
So you have a breakdown of that, Mr. Speaker?
In proper time, Mr. Speaker, distinguished interpolator, we will submit the general details of the component expenses of the said activity, Madam Speaker, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Sponsor.
Yes, Mr. Speaker. So, ATC meetings, monthly meetings,
Yes po.
para sa 19,771,000.
Yes, because the ATC. Yeah. That is correct, distinguished interpolator.
So, walang activities doon, Mr. Speaker. Those are just meetings doon sa...
Yeah, there is an activity in relation to the formation of the technical working groups. Inside the technical working groups is necessarily the frequent meetings to finalize the agenda of the technical working group. Madam Interpolator, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, I am asking for the breakdown kasi paano yung operationalization nitong ATC, Mr. Speaker? Or itong budget na ito para sa meeting lang? Kasi pag dinivide mo yan, Mr. Speaker, per month, kung ilan yung meeting nila, ilang milyon yung ginagastos para sa meeting, Mr. Speaker? What were the activities, Mr. Speaker?
Mr. Speaker, distinguished interpolator, meron din po kasing PS component ang nasabing amount na 19,771,000. Ito po ay ang amount na 5,283,000. So I'm taking back what I earlier said that the 19 million is all for travel and all attendance in the ATC meeting. I'm correcting it that also includes rather the PS expense of 5,283,000. And as I said, Mr. Speaker, distinguished interpolator, yung detalye po ng expense we can provide later.
Yes,
The distinguished interpolator, the expense relative to the expense of around 14 million. Mr. Speaker, distinguished interpolator.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Speaker. Buti pinaalala niyo, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I haven't had yung iba pang mga submission supposedly ng iba pang mga ahensya. So please submit kung meron kayo, no? Kasi yung iba, I was asking DND, etc. Marami pa pong hindi pa nakakarating na mga ni-request namin, even DBM, na mga submissions. Sana po makuha
We will
namin
do,
yun.
Mr. Speaker, distinguished interpolator.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, ito pong ATC, we've been questioning to Anti-Terrorism Council, no? Because of the anti-terror law. And we think this is a super body na wala talagang due process, Mr. Speaker, especially for those being, for those activists, political dissenters, na maliciously wine-weaponize yung anti-terror law against them at being charged by the Anti-Terrorism Act and the defunct Human Security Act even. Meron pa kasi yung previews ng nakaraan. So sana hindi po ito yung pinangangambahan namin na ginagamit or wine-weaponize against political activists and political dissenters. But anyway, I will see naman kung meron pong details kung ano yung mga activities na
We will do that, Mr. Speaker, distinguished interpolator.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, while the total budget of NICA decreased from 3 billion to 2 billion, the capital outlay of direction, coordination, collection, and production of intelligence pertaining to national security under the National Intelligence Management Program, NIMP. Ito rin ba yung sinasabi ninyo kanina na NIM?
SACAM.
Oo. Yung first na binanggit ninyo sa 14.8 billion. NIMP is
May
it
I,
the program?
May I ask that the distinguished interpolator repeat the question, Mr. Speaker.
Yung National Intelligence Management Program, is it the same dun sa binanggit ninyo na under under din dito yung 14.8 million kanina?
Yes, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for confirming. It increased to more than double its 2024 budget of 40.406 million to 109.473 million in the 2025 NEP. NEP. Can you give us a breakdown on the expenditures under this 109 million peso capital outlay budget? Doble halos di ba? From 40 naging 109 billion. Ano po ba yung mga ipapatayo? Kasi capital outlay ito di ba? Bakit kailangan ng ganito kalaking pondo ngayon para dito sa NICA? O may i-acquire ba? At ganun kalaki yung tinaas niya, Mr. Speaker?
Mr. Speaker, the capital outlay expense is for the purchase of plant and equipment, machinery and equipment outlay, and also for transportation equipment outlay.
Transportation, equipment outlay. Mr. Speaker, itemized ito, di ba?
Yes, Mr. Speaker.
Mr.
distinguished
Speaker, do you
interpreter.
have the items with you? Pwede pong pakiisa-isa.
Ito po yung breakdown ng adjustment for the 2025 NEP. 11 million for the initial provision for the D7 office equipment. Itong D7 po ay ang katatatag lang po na Cyber Intelligence and Energy Emerging Threats Office na ginawa by virtue of Executive Order 54 rather. Meron din pong 55 million is a provision for the replacement of aging properties and equipment. Another 12,150,000 the provision for the acquisition of ICT equipment. Meron din po tayong 30,600,000 which is our expense or provision for acquisition of 17 motor vehicles as part of the 3-year repleting program, totaling 109,473,000.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, balikan ko lang yung you earlier mentioned that the PS ay 5 million doon sa ATC, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, ibig sabihin, meron ba kayong nito? May details ba kayo nito, Mr. Speaker? May mga sinweldohan, Mr. Speaker, PS kasi, di ba, Mr. Speaker? May mga sinisweldohan, kaugnay dito?
Yes, Madam Interpreter, Mr. Speaker, meron po tayong detailed expense ng provision of the Secretariat because actually those are just payment of actual services workers, Mr. Speaker.
So may workers na sinweldohan
Apo.
dito. So how many, ilan po ang sumahod ng
13 Madam Interpreter, Mr. Speaker.
for the whole year ito? Since
Yes.
yung gaan nyo ito no?
Yes, Mr. Speaker.
So fully utilized yung 5 million?
Yes po, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, last question, Mr. Speaker. Kayo yung may inilipat nung naging controversial, yung confidential and intelligence funds, kung maaalala ko. Kayo yung isa sa mga pinaglipatan nung confidential funds, di ba? Na napaka-controversial at that time. Mr. Speaker, how was the utilization of the confidential and intelligence funds of the NICA?
The agency is confirming the transfer because that was used for the intelligence operations in the West Philippine Sea to address the the emerging threats in the West Philippine Sea. That is why there was a need to enforce and reinforce the intelligence operation expense. For that concern, Mr. Speaker, distinguished interpolator.
Mr. Speaker, fully utilized ba ang CIF?
Yes, Mr. Speaker, distinguished interpolator. Fully utilized po.
100%? Ang bilis nyo Mr. Speaker para kayong 100%?
Yes, Mr. Speaker, distinguished interpolator, it is 100%.
Mr. Speaker, may we have a copy of the utilization ng confidential funds? Pwede ba yun, Mr. Speaker?
Yes, Mr. Speaker,
Paps
distinguished
lang,
interpolator, we
activities.
can submit it to Your Honor, the utilization, the expense utilization of the said intelligence fund.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Yun na po yung panghuling tanong ko. Maraming salamat, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, distinguished interpolator and Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Good morning. Would the sponsor yield to several questions?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Yes, gladly, distinguished interpolator.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Una tanong, Mr. Speaker, we'd like to clarify itong nabanggit na 14.8 million pesos na pinopropose ng NICA. Ano po ulit ang general na paggagamitan nito?
Ito po ay, Mr. Speaker, distinguished interpolator, for the use of the situational awareness knowledge management cluster activities, plans, and programs, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, how about the proposed intelligence funds of NICA? Well, kasi nga siya ang coordinating agency for intelligence activities.
Yes po.
Magkano po ang pinopropose na NICA for 2025?
For the fiscal year 2025, ang ating pong pinopropose po for the 2025 budget is 640 million 200,000.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, nabanggit po kanina na ang red tagging daw ay hindi naging practice at hindi ginagawang practice ng NICA. Can we confirm na binanggit po iyon kanina ng sponsor?
Yes, Mr. Speaker, distinguished interpolator.
Mr. Sponsor, meron po tayong mga reports na nagpapatunay na involved sa practice ng red tagging ang NICA. Hindi lang po sa past administration, pero hanggang ngayon, Mr. Speaker. We would like to share to our sponsor na mismo po mga estudyanteng dumalo sa red tagging forum, kasama po ang NICA, ay nagulat po. May 2023, Mr. Speaker, naglunsad po ng seminar ang NICA sa Universidad de Zamboanga, pinamagatang Campus Peace and Development Forum, Shaping Peace and Development Together. At ang gamit po nila dito, Mr. Speaker, ay yung standard na slides na pinapakita kapag may mga forum na red tagging po ang laman. Can the NICA confirm na nangyari po ang ganitong forum?
Mr. Speaker, distinguished interpolator, meron pong ganyang forum pero those are in the pursuit of peace and development program. Kung saan ang pinag-uusapan po yung initiative ng agency towards achieving the desired objective of the agency to achieve peace, long-lasting peace, and the development na inaasahan po ng ating ahensya pursuant to its mandate.
Mr. Speaker, on the part of the agency, kahit po may ganong mga rhetoric, kahit po gandahan pa yung title ng seminar, pero malinaw po sa mga estudyante na nakadalo na meron po talagang red tagging na nilalaman ang forum na iyon, Mr. Speaker. In fact, narito pa nga po yung isang sample ng slide, Mr. Speaker, na ang pinapakita meron di umano mga front organizations, Tapos may mga logo pa, Mr. Speaker, ng ano yung mga organizations na nire-red tag ng NICA. So, meron pa tayong, actually marami tayong examples, Mr. Speaker. Kasi, ibig sabihin, hindi isolated incident ito. At tingin natin, Mr. Speaker, hindi lang ito pagtingin ng kung sino yung pinadalang resource person ng NICA, hindi lang ito pagtingin ng isang regional office ng NICA. Pero ito ay ginagawa nila bilang isang ahensya, Mr. Speaker. So kanina po, nabanggit natin example sa Zamboanga City, so sa Western Mindanao. Tungo pa tayong norte, Mr. Speaker. Sa Benguet State University, La Trinidad Campus, meron pong Cordillera Youth for Peace Convergence. Ginanap po ang forum January 2023, Mr. Speaker. At ang nagsalita po doon ay representative ng NICA na si Eric Manalo. Can we confirm po na taga NICA po, Mr. Speaker, si Eric Manalo, at ano po ang kanyang posisyon sa NICA?
We cannot confirm that, Mr. Speaker and distinguished interpolator, because there is no Eric Manalo in the agency, Mr. Speaker.
So, Mr. Speaker, we now hear the NICA, the Intelligence Coordinating Agency, na sa isang red tagging forum po, hindi nila ma-confirm na ang nagpakilala na representative nila ay taga kanila talaga. So, Mr. Speaker, lalo pa ang hinihingi nila 640 million pesos na intelligence funds, pero kung ganun simpleng detalye, ay hindi po ma-confirm or ma-deny ng NICA, may hirapan po tayong suportahan yon, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker,
In fact, November 2022 ay meron ding ganong forum, similar forum po sa University of Baguio. And in fact, Mr. Speaker, iban pa dyan, yun, mga sa universities kasi, Mr. Speaker, meron pa kahit sa basic education. Kapartner po ang Department of Education. Mr. Speaker, sa Region 9, nag-conduct po ng 8 activities for Youth Leadership Summit with 531 participants. Tapos meron din pong 53 activities and 9,428 participants in different schools. So sa Zamboanga region po ito, Mr. Speaker. Meron din, balik po sa Norte, NICA Regional Office 1. Meron din pong mga ganitong seminar na ang audience po ay 1,303 participants for the Youth Leadership Summit. Tapos para naman sa Information Education Campaign, 8,754 na mga participants. So Mr. Speaker, I would like to give our sponsor the opportunity na maglinaw po, kasi hindi po pwede na tayo sa Kamara ay nililito po tayo o nililin lang ng mga agency na nagpo-propose ng kanilang budget kahit na napakalinaw na nagsisinungaling po sila sa atin, Mr. Speaker. So, again po, gusto po natin kasing makumpirma talaga na merong mga nangre-red tag sa loob ng NICA. So, ano po ang tugon ng sponsor?
Mr. Speaker, distinguished sponsor, we have said a while ago that we have not been practicing the unquote red tagging, close quote, that the distinguished interpolator is saying all the while. Tungkol naman po sa inyong sinasabing forum na kung saan ay may nangyayaring according to the distinguished interpolator ay merong red tagging, wala po kaming naratanggap na official statement or report on this matter. So, until we see and we read the report, we cannot really make a corresponding comment on the said report. Kung sana po ay ito'y naiparating sa ating appropriate concern, law enforcement agency perhaps, as a matter of official record or blatter, halimbawa, talaga pong makikita namin na kung yan ay totoong nangyari o hindi. In the meanwhile, the agency cannot be charged or ascribed of telling a lie because that is really a matter of truth as far as the agency is concerned. So it cannot be a lie dahil po sinasabi po ng ating distinguished interpreter na yan ay nangyari at hindi namin inaamin. So as we are saying, we are reiterating that we have not been practicing. That is not our agenda, the red tagging thing. It is a propaganda thing of some groups that do not want this government to succeed. And if there is any of that kind, then the agency, Mr. Speaker, distinguished interpreter, is more than willing to investigate and make the necessary measures and, in fact, to meet the necessary penalty for those who are doing that to our people.
Mr. Speaker, masakit pong pakinggan para sa ating mga kababayan na tinuturing na propaganda lang yung red tagging. Kasi kung ganun, ibig sabihin po ba ang kagalang-galang na Korte Suprema ay nagpapropaganda lang din nung naglabas po siya ng isang well-written at mahabang desisyon na nagde-define sa red tagging at nagsasabi po na ito ay banta sa buhay, sa liberty at sa iba pang mga karapatan ng ating mga kababayan. Hindi po natin matatanggap ang ganong argumento ng NICA na minamaliit ang practice ng red tagging. In fact, sa atin dito sa Kamara, Mr. Speaker, di ba po ay nag-agree tayo na dapat tanggalan ng franchise ng SMNI at ang isa sa mga batayan ay dahil sila ay mayor na platform for red tagging, maliban pa sa disinformation. So for us to be consistent, actually, hindi pwedeng yung mga kagaya lang ng SMNI ang ating kinocall out dito. Maging yung NICA na hanggang ngayon, yung practice ng red tagging na naging malaganap talaga yun under the past administration, pero meron pa ring mga gumagawa sa kasalukuyang administrasyon, then dapat hindi natin yan konsentihin, Mr. Speaker. Kasunod na hindi daw ito nare-report sa mga law enforcement agencies. Sa totoo lang, Mr. Speaker, sa bahagi ng mga estudyante natin na nakaka-attend ng ganitong mga forum, sa totoo ang feeling po nila, wala din silang mapuntahan. Kasi kanino po sila pupunta? Sa police. Na-confirm po natin noong mga nakaraang araw, ang PNP, ginagamit yung confidential funds para mag-target, mag-profile ng mga dissidents. Sa bahagi ng AFP, ginagamit yung intelligence funds para mag-abduct, Mr. Speaker. So, kung ganon, wala talagang masisilungan yung mga apektado ng ganitong mga pinapalaganap na mga kaisipan, Mr. Speaker. And para lang po ma-underscore, kasi parang ang dating kasi he said, she said. Mr. Speaker, pag ganun po ba, delusional yung mga estudyante na dumalo? There are in their hundreds and thousands, Mr. Speaker. At hindi po mangmang, hindi po sa hindi marunong mag-isip yung ating mga kabataan. Alam po nila kung ano yung red tagging at alam po nila na yung kanilang narinig, yung kanilang nasaksihan, yung mga slides na nakita nila, lahat po ng senses nila can confirm na red tagging po ang binabudgetan ng portion ng pondo ng NICA, Mr. Speaker. So, hindi ko na po i-belabor yung point doon kasi in as much as I respect our good sponsor, tingin ko po talaga ay nilinin lang po tayo as a body nitong mga sinasabi po ng NICA using their budget. Kasunod na lang, Mr. Speaker, in terms of the mandate, confirm po natin kung attached agency po ba ng Office of the President ang NICA.
Yes, we confirm that, Mr. Speaker, distinguished interpreter, as other executive offices of the Office of the President.
Mr. Speaker, briefly po ulit para sa kaalaman ng ating mga kababayan, ano po ang mandate ng NICA?
Basically, the NICA is the primary body to engage in intelligence information gathering upon which the plans and policies of the President and the National Security Council will be based sa kanilang pag-prepare ng kanilang polisya patungkol sa anything affecting national security.
Kung ganun, Mr. Speaker, hearing that, kasi ito mga nakaraang taon, ang laki rin ng pinopropose na budget ng Office of the President for not just intelligence funds, pero pati confidential funds. At nung narinig natin, Mr. Speaker, yung binagit na mandate ng NICA, actually po, Mr. Speaker, nagtataka ako lalo. Kasi kung merong pinopropose na 2.25 billion for intelligence funds ang Office of the President, tapos sa NICA po ay 640 million pesos. Mr. Speaker, ano pa yung pagkakaiba? Lalo pat attached agency din naman ng Office of the President, ang NICA. Hindi po ba redundant ang ganitong proposed budget in consideration of the fact na yung OP din, ganun yung hinihingi. Tapos nag-oversee din naman yung OP dun sa mga intelligence activities.
Mr. Speaker, distinguished interpolator, sa nasabi ko po earlier, ang ating NICA is a body to or tasked with coordinating national intelligence activities. This is really different from the National Security Council na isang body na parang principal advisory body to the President on the coordination and integration of plans and policies affecting national security and interest. So, intelligence gathering po, gathering of intelligence information po ang trabaho ng NICA. At recently po, ang adjustment ng intelligence fund na sinasabi po ng ating distinguished interpolator ay nakalaan po sa ating national security operations sa West Philippine Sea. Dahil po mayroon pong emerging actual threat nga po na nangyayari day in, day out po sa West Philippine Sea.
Mr. Speaker, so far naman kung i-differentiate natin yung NICA at NSC, understood po iyon. Pero kung sa usapin kasi ng meron tayong Office of the President na dati naman ay hindi nagpropose ng ganito kalaking confidential and intelligence funds, pero ngayon may propose na 2.25 billion ang Office of the President. Pero actually, meron din naman siyang attached agency like NICA na ang pinopropose ay 640 million pesos. Actually, sobrang taas na nga nun kung tutuusin, Mr. Speaker. So actually, nagtataka ko kung ano pa ba yung mag-justify actually ng existence ng NICA sa totoo lang. Kung ganito ang ating budgeting, kung sakali, kung ito yung aaprubahan, kung ipagtatambis natin, Mr. Speaker, yung functions tsaka yung hinihiling na intelligence funds ng NICA tsaka ng Office of the President.
Mr. Speaker, distinguished interpolator, wala po kaming knowledge or we are not in a position to state with particularity ano pong intelligence fund distribution ng Office of the President dahil hindi po kami privy or party ng kanilang disbursement ng kanilang intelligence fund. We are speaking here, we are talking here, we are making a declaration on the part only of the NICA, Mr. Speaker, distinguished interpolator.
Yes, that's understood, Mr. Speaker. Kaya ang gusto natin ay ma-justify ng NICA kasi nasa period tayo ng pagdidiscuss ng proposed budget. So, dapat na-justify yung hinihinging budget. Pero Mr. Speaker, ayun nga, napakita natin na ang pondo ng NICA ginagamit sa mga masasamang layunin. Tapos, ay nandyan at actually ay nabigyan natin ng fast lane yung sa Office of the President na nangihingi ng confidential and intelligence funds. Kasi kung yun yung hindi natin masyadong i-discuss, tapos hayaan natin, edi actually ang kawawat po dito yung NICA, ganyan. Kasi nga redundant, tapos hindi ginagamit sa tama yung intelligence funds, Mr. Speaker. In fact, while pwedeng sabihin ng NICA na may ginagawa siya against terrorism, to track terrorism, tayo din naman, Mr. Speaker, yung mga, as by definition talaga, yung mga terrorist groups, ayaw din naman talaga natin doon, kaisa tayo doon. Yung pag-monitor sa activities ng mga criminal syndicates galing China o ibang bansa, kung dyan nagagamit, okay tayo doon, Mr. Speaker. Pero, as it seems, ay hindi fully na nagagampanan ng NICA yung kanyang mandato as expected by the Filipino people. Tapos, yun nga, ngayon, nasa point tayo, sinimulan to nung Duterte admin, nagpapatuloy ngayon na hindi na talaga nagja-jive na meron tayong actually dalawang ahensya, yung OP tsaka yung NICA, na actually blurry na po sa atin, Mr. Speaker. Ano ba talaga yung pagkakapuntahan nitong intelligence fund na ito?
Sir Speaker, distinguished interpolator, hindi lang po ang NICA ay concerned sa kanyang mandate to intelligently or to gather intelligence information on domestic security matter. Kasama na po dito ngayon ang ating mga international security concerns dahil nga po sa ating emerging threats and changing security challenges. Halimbawa po sa ating area ng West Philippine Sea na merong foreign interference at merong foreign interventions na nangyayari. So, hindi po nakatuon sa isang sektor o isang layunin lang ang pondo ng ating NICA. Saka sa inyo pong sinasabi, Mr. Speaker and distinguished interpolator, na meron pong ginagawang masama o layunin ng NICA, hindi po totoo yun. We are outrightly taking exceptions to that because hindi po talaga nagiging practice ng NICA ang pag-red tag, although the red tagging is defined or elucidated by the Supreme Court in the case of the Iduro case in one writ of amparo case. Nonetheless, hindi po natin ginagawa yan. Kaya even if there is a definition of the red tagging, once again, we reiterate that it is not the practice of NICA because NICA is doing its job, it's doing its mandate, and it's ensuring that it safeguards the rights of every Filipino.
Kung yun po ang binabanggit ng NICA through the sponsor of its budget, Mr. Speaker, then hindi pa rin po talaga tayo magkakasundo sa ganong pagtingin. Dahil nga meron po talagang mga naagrabyado dito. Sa mga ganong forum po, ang take-away ng mga estudyante, hindi po sila na-enlighten. Ang feeling po nila ay naguguluhan po sila. Bakit sila pinapunta sa ganong mga forum? Kasi alam nila na hindi logical, hindi tama yung ganitong practice ng NICA, Mr. Speaker. Kahit pa po anong mga picture yung ipakita dyan sa kanila, kahit ano pa yung mga sabihin sa kanila, ano pa yung idikta sa kanila ng mga ahensya gaya ng NICA, Mr. Speaker. In fact, yung mga students on their own, bumubuo po yan o sumasali pa nga sa mga progressive organizations. Testament po na kung gagawin pa rin ng NICA, kasi proven po at tinitinigan po natin, Mr. Speaker, na ginawa po iyan ng NICA, kung gagawin pa rin in the future, ngayon pa lang po, sasabihin po natin, Mr. Speaker, sayang yung ilalagay na budget na gagamitin para sa ganitong mga forum kasi hindi po ninyo mapipigilan na makilahok sa mga social issues ang mga kabataan natin, hindi mapipigilan na magsalita sa iba't ibang mga kinakaharap na mga usapin sa ating bansa. With that, Mr. Speaker, I would like to state my position na, again, dahil ginagamit sa red tagging yung budget ng NICA at dahil redundant ang mga secret funds na pinopropose niya, I will not support the proposed 2025 budget of NICA. Yun lang, Mr. Speaker. Salamat sa
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, distinguished interpolator. Alam namin ang iyong salubin, but still the same. Right here, right now, we are denying that there is such a red tagging activity na ginagawa po ng ahensya ng NICA. Maraming salamat po.